Hey you all, so I wanted to come in really quickly just to show you how to do a Instagram design or design your feed on here really quickly. This is going to be so simple when it comes to creating these quote graphics and these boss chick graphics and all of that. The most hard part of this process literally is coming up with your content. And that shouldn't be hard if you know who you are and who you're talking to and what you are giving them, okay? So, but to do like basic quotes and all of that, I'm going to show you how to do that, have textures on your graphics, how to import pictures, where to get them from, how to do this on a platform that is free. You all know, if you have been following my page, that I love Canva, but I'm about to show you how to use something else that is not Canva, that is not Adobe. It's free. You still get textures. You still get to upload your fonts and all that. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to be doing black, white, gold, and stripes. That's the theme that I chose for this. Of course, you're going to customize this to whatever it is your brand is. If you have not designed or defined your brand's colors, I suggest you go ahead and do that, because when it comes to designing, if those things are already in place, you're not scrambling around trying to figure out where you're going to get content from. As far as the colors, you already have your hex codes together. You already know the tone of your brand and all of that. So really quickly, I'm just going to define, even though these aren't true colors, black, white, and all that, I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick, it's not even a full mood board, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I just grabbed my circle. This is in designer.gravit. It is an open source software. So I'm just going to grab this circle. I'm going to hit the shift button. This keeps it equal dimensions, right? And I'm going to go in. This side opens up the where you customize it. So where you do your colors and margins and borders and effects of it will be on this side. Your layers will be over here, okay? So right under fill, I'm going to click that. I'm going to change my color to black because that's one of my colors. Then I'm going to duplicate this. If you're on Mac, you can Command C and Command V to copy it, or you can also Command D, I believe. Yeah, Command D. Another option, you can go up here to edit and then hit duplicate of whatever you are trying to duplicate. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's make sure this one is centered, and we will go around. Making sure those are lined up good. We're going to change this to, of course, white. We're going to put a border on it just so we can see. Click down and add the border. It already has black, 1 pixel. That's all we need just to make sure it looks different. You can add texture. When you go to fill, if you scroll over these, hover over these, it tells you what each one of these do. So I'm going to do texture. You can add whatever texture you want. I am going to use, I downloaded a pack from Creative Market. So I'm going to use this one, stripes, because this is going to be the theme of the Instagram template pack that I am creating. I'm just scaling it down so you can see the stripes. I'm going to put a border on that just so it looks like a circle, okay? All right, then I want to set the tone for this actual thing. And I want this to be like feminine, but I love dark and dense, but I love bold statements and they're still feminine. So I'm going to add this image in here. And this is just setting the tone. This is kind of like a mood board. If you create a mood board, you kind of define your colors, your fonts, the tone, any kind of elements that you're going to be using consistently. So when you have like a creative's block, you can go in and channel that tone again, okay? It takes a second for this to load sometimes. Okay, so now we have our image. Let's let this catch up. So I have a lot of stuff open on my laptop. I'm using Shift just to make that small. And you can use more than one image. I'm actually going to add another one just because I like this chair because it looks like a throne. So I'm going to add that. I'm going to add, maybe that's all I'll add for now. And there's no right or wrong way to organize this. It's completely up to you. If you hear a little voice, I am a work at home mom. That's baby girl. Just lining those up. I think I'm gonna add one more. Maybe that texture. And this is just helping set the tone. I already know my fonts that I'm gonna use, so I'm gonna add those as well. I'm gonna highlight these two and make them line up together. And then I'm gonna take this one and move it to the back. So only that part shows. I'm gonna bring this one to the front. So it looks like a square. And I'm gonna grab all of those and I'm gonna group them. And I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Actually, I may just make it bigger. Leave it big. Bring it to the back. And then I'm gonna change my view as well. So it'll look to my output. Output view means when you save this, this is what you're gonna get, okay? I'm gonna change my background to black, just because, no real reason. Nope, wrong one. Okay, and I'm gonna move I wanna move this back up. I'm gonna move my circles down a little bit. May even make these, I'm holding shift as I select those. Oops, I lost my proportions because I didn't hit shift again. I want them to be perfect circles. I'm gonna line these up again. Okay. And I may put some gold in here too. So I'll add a strip of gold. Totally optional how you lay it out. I just wanted to play with this. And so my font, I'm gonna be using, how do you spell it? Glacial Indifference. And if you already know your fonts and all of that, colors, you don't have to do all of this. I'm just doing it for the people that do not know how to do this, okay? So that's one that I'm gonna use. And I don't even know how to say that, honey. but it's cute. Gonna make it a bit bigger so we can see. So those are my fonts. Okay. And typically if you have, actual color codes or whatever, you would put your hex codes and all of that in here. Just for quick purposes, I'm just gonna leave that right here for now. All right, let's go create us a new page. And you just click down right here. And what I wanna do, I'm gonna go ahead and add one box back here. And I'm gonna make I don't want it to be square, I don't know why I did that. Mommy, I found something. Okay, work from home, had a little person come in. All right, so for this, I'm going to add a texture. I want to do my stripes. So let's go in. I'm going to choose my file. You can actually add these to your library. I'm going to do that on the extended version. But right now, let's just jump in here and we're going to do these stripes. Boom. All right, so we already have one. And you can add another accent color in here if you'd like. If you follow my brand, you know that my colors are black, white, and teal. And I use a pop of gold every now and then. And my color code is, I already know it by heart. But if you don't know yours, that's the point of, starting this page here. So you have something to reference. But you can also save it to your swashes. You see right here when you hit fill, I can hit this add button, add swash. It says it's already added and it will save it here. So you can just click it to change the fill at any time without having to type it in, okay? So we're gonna do that one. I'm gonna actually duplicate that. Evenly. We don't want it to look all crazy. Okay, so that's one. Very simple, right? But that's all you need. You don't need all of this crazy over the top stuff for your beginner templates. Keep it simple. I'm going to use my font. And okay, let's add another one. And you can actually copy everything on here. I just copied it, Command C, or you can copy it in here, okay? Just click on it. So let's add another page. And I'm going to paste what I had here. You can click here or Command B if you're on a Mac. Because of mine, it won't let me do it, but Command V, and it put all of my stuff back where it came from. Okay, and you don't have to leave it this way. This is just so the elements are already here, so you don't have to go back and add them again and all of that. And just play around with what it is that you have. I'm going to actually take one of my images. I want to take her. How about that? So I'm going to grab my girl. I'm going to copy her. I'm going to go over here. Did I copy her? Oh, it's frozen. 1 second. Okay. Let's put her to the back. We can even change just lighten it up just a little bit. So she's there, but we can still write our message and it not get too carried away. Let's move her down. And depending on what your brand is, it will determine the type of images that you're going to use. Let's add another one. Circles are okay. I don't use a lot of them, but there's nothing wrong with them. I'm going to use a border. Let's fill this. With dots. Let's put a little border. Let's make sure this is filling the actual thing. I went ahead and filled my thing, didn't I? Oh, silly. Just very, very simple. It doesn't have to be something crazy. And I've even lined these up along the borders. I'll show you what I mean. And then put a box in the middle. Or a square in the middle. Make sure that's completely, yep, that's completely white. Line it vertically and horizontally. You can add another box for your handle or your website name, whatever you're going to put down at the bottom, or your logo, whatever you're going to put at the bottom. Just make sure you add something. Don't just leave it completely bare. Let's go back. We said stripes, polka dots. And then after you're done, just go back and review what it is that you have. Let's do a triangle. And what I love about this is you are able to bring in other elements just like you can with Canva. And I'll show you that in the extended version, how you can do that and make your brand really stand out, because you'll be using elements that other people aren't using consistently because it's not embedded in the software. Let's keep this crazy looking. I love sharp edges. Love, love sharp edges. Make sure I knew that wasn't a full white. And you can even, let's duplicate that, but we're gonna make the one in the back. I'm just adding as I go. And that's literally all you do is add and then measure what it is that you have. Like, does it flow right? I wanted that one to be just regular templates. Okay. Play around with them till they look right. Don't play too long. Go to the next one. I'm going to highlight and I'm going to copy so I can take these over to the next one. I'm going to paste them. Another one with funky vibes. And the style of it is kind of edgy. I love it. Like, I love edgy and darker tones. And you could add your text in here. Slay your Let's make this a little bit bigger. I would even make it bigger than that, but let's just hurry up and do this. Brand, I'm gonna put that in the font that I chose. Slay your brand. I think we can go a bit bigger. Slay your brand. And that can be different color if you want it. I tend to like mixing the actual fonts. Let's make sure that box is edge to edge, so when it centers, it's giving us an accurate alignment. Okay, then put your social media handle down at the bottom. Okay, let's do another one. What are the shapes they got? Libraries. So they have all of this stuff in here, stickers and all this stuff, but to be honest, I don't use any of this stuff. Anything that I get, I'm going to bring from a third party. So I am in full control. I'm not boxed into whatever I'm using. Everything looks good to me. Let's take another. Square. Okay. I said square, I meant triangle. Center, make it black. We can even make this thinner. And that just gives it some more. Let's take that out. Changed my mind. Then put whatever your text is in the middle. White and black, only white. It does not take a whole lot. Let's play with the gradient thing before I jump off of here. Oh, this is a gradient fill. No, it's not. Borders. Here we go. Let's do, because I want to do one side pink, teal. I want the teal on that side because the black is on that side. Let's change the border so we can see it. And that's it. They have a couple of gradients in here. You can kind of scale it however you see fit. I probably would put some white in between that because I wouldn't want it to look green. Okay. So you see how it had the teal on one side. And you can kind of, however you want to scale it, and be done. Pretty neat. All right, y'all.